Hello, this is Marvelyn Brown, and thank you for joining me today for this training. So today we're going to finish. This is kind of part 2 of our landing page training. So I want to do a really quick review. This is from the very first video that walks you through some of the things that you need to think about before you start writing out and creating your lead magnet. So these questions also pertain to landing pages. So when you're creating your landing page, you have to also think about these questions as well, because when you think through these questions, it's going to help you to sail right through making your landing page. So what are you promoting? Who does it help? Does it solve a problem? Hopefully it does. That keeps potential customers up at night. And if so, be specific about, how your particular lead magnet / product helps your ideal customer solve a problem that is keeping them up at night. What goals will your product help your ideal customer reach? And then be specific about how it helps them. How is it used? So think about how someone would use your product to solve a problem. And, we talked about in the previous video, you want to look at your lead magnet as a product. Even though you're giving it away for free, it's still a product. It's still something that you are providing of value. And no, you're not exchanging money for it, but you're exchanging contact information. You're exchanging permission. You're exchanging the ability to help your ideal customer solve specific problems. So think about, making your lead magnet as good as possible. And you want to, pay as much attention to your lead magnet, your freebie, as you do something that you would charge for. So, think about these questions, and then here are some more questions. So what is one problem you can solve for your ideal customers? So your lead magnet is only designed, and we talked about this in the training, but I'm going to repeat it because it's very important. Your lead magnet is designed to solve one problem. So if you start trying to solve all the problems of the world with your lead magnet, then you're going to get, bogged down, and you're not going to get it done. You want to keep your lead magnet short, sweet, and to the point, and you want it to solve one problem for your ideal customer. Preferably something that is really gnawing on them, or there's a specific pain point that they are having that your one solution can help them with. You want to help your ideal customers or your potential ideal customers make a transformation. So before your lead magnet, they were this way. After your lead magnet, after they downloaded your lead magnet, or they looked at your training or whatever it was that you did, after that, now they look better. The lead magnet helped them solve their problem, and now they're in a better place. Before, they had a problem. After, that problem was made better, or better yet, it was solved. So does it help them improve their finances? Finances are a big thing now because a lot of people are not able to make ends meet. So if you have something that helps people improve their finances, if you have something that helps people improve their health, even though you don't want to make a lot of health claims unless you're a doctor or somebody who has that legal expertise, but you can still provide benefits, health benefits. And so you want to make sure that you talk about and you write down the outcome, what things are going to look like when they take action. And then you also want to think about what may happen if they don't get your solution. So if I have a leak in my kitchen and it's just continually dripping and I can't get that water to turn off, what's going to happen if I don't get that water turned off? What's going to happen when, the cabinetry and my flooring and everything is completely soaked and I'm just sitting there letting the water run? What will happen, if I do that? What happens if I don't take action? So if they don't get your solution, what might happen? You don't have a crystal ball. You can't say specifically that you know something is going to happen, because you can't predict the future. But more than likely, if I keep letting that water run, something's going to happen. So you can outline those things and just make notes so that when you do your lead magnet, those are the kinds of things that you're thinking about. So now that we've kind of gone through this, I want to take you over to my demo site and we're going to create a lead magnet. So I'm going to pause this video really quickly and head over to my site, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I'm back and I am logged into my demo site, and we are going to, this is how WordPress looks on the back end. So if you don't have a WordPress site, this is what most of the sites look like on the back end. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, and we also have Thrive Suite installed. So I have access, let me just show you real quick. I have access to all their products. So I have the Automator, I have Thrive Apprentice. A Thrive Apprentice is the plugin that enables you to set up courses. And Thrive Apprentice is what you're looking at right now. This is how you're taking your course. So everything is set up through Thrive Apprentice for this course. There's Thrive Comments, Thrive Headline Optimizer, Thrive Ovation, Thrive Optimize, Thrive Leads. We're going to use Thrive Leads in this as well. Thrive Quiz Builder, Thrive Ultimatum, and then the general settings. And this is the Thrive Theme Builder. So this is the section where you will actually set up your theme that you want to use to create your site. So now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with our lead, our landing page rather, that has our lead magnet. So we're going to go to Pages, and we're going to go to Add New. Okay, and then we're going to just add a title. We're going to call this our lead magnet. Now you want to optimize this page for keywords. So whatever the keywords are, and I would recommend, looking at a keyword search tool like you can use Google Keyword Planner. You can use Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest has a free version. There are a lot of different keyword research tools out there. I would definitely invest in one, even if you just use the free version, and think about the keywords that you want to use based on the problem that your lead magnet is going to solve, because those are the things people are going to be looking for on Google. So you want your landing page, the landing page that we are going to create, you want that to be found on Google. Now, the tool that I use to optimize my pages for search engines is called Rank Math, but I don't have Rank Math installed on my demo page because these are just pages that I use to demonstrate things to my audience. But on my pages where I have, my store, making it remotely, I have another site called My Natural Green Life. All of those sites use Rank Math, and I'll put a link to Rank Math below this video in the training so that you can access that and check it out. So, but we're just gonna, for the sake of this video, we're gonna call it our lead magnet. And then once you have named it, you want to save draft. And if you're on WordPress, all of this should look pretty familiar to you. If you're not on WordPress, then this might look a little different. But when you install Thrive Suite, you're going to be able to access this green button. We're going to click on that green button, and that takes us to Thrive Architect. Thrive Architect is what we're going to use to build our landing page. and we're going to use um, one of the many templates so that we don't have to start from scratch. So we can do this fairly quickly. So you can use a normal page, and the normal pages are set up like blog posts. We don't want our landing page to look like a blog post. You can have a blank page with a header and a footer. You can have a completely blank page. You can use a pre-built landing page, and that is what we are going to do. We're going to use one of the pre-built landing page templates. Now, this is our active theme. You can see this little banner right here. There are other themes that come with Thrive Suite, but we're not going to use any other themes. We're going to stick with our active theme. But the thing that I want to do to make this really quick and easy, some of these landing pages are pretty detailed. And I want to keep our landing page as simple as possible. So I'm just going to show you really quickly just so that you can see what these landing pages look like. And this is the thing, you can make these pages look however you would like. You can add things, you can subtract things, and I will be doing some additional training at some point on, how these landing pages work. But for this particular video, I don't want to get into too much detail. So we're going to get out of this, and we're going to choose another. We're going to just close out, and we're just going to choose another legacy landing page, because some of the legacy landing pages are more succinct and to the point, and that's what we want. So now you can see this is kind of structured. This is laid out like a blog post, but we are going to just use a legacy landing page. Now, there are smart landing pages, and the smart landing pages really save you a lot of time, because you can quickly and easily, shift things around, take things off, put things on, etc. But they tend to be a lot more longer, and then you have to kind of figure out what you want to put where and all of that. There are 172, at the time of this video, there are 172 smart landing pages. We're going to use legacy landing pages, and there are about 202 landing page templates under the legacy landing page scenario. So, and then you can also, save your own templates. You can go in here and create some templates that help you to save time, so that you can kind of just hit the ground running. I haven't done any of that yet, but we're going to go right here to legacy landing page, and then we're going to select something that's really short, sweet, and to the point. We have some coming soon pages, limited time offer pages. We have one page sites. We have a click journalist layout, atomic, the atomic layout. We have home pages, personal branding pages. We have Thrive Business, and that's kind of like a small business layout where you can just kind of lay things out in a certain way for a small local business. We have squeeze pages, video courses. We have the copy format. Now this would be kind of good if you wanted to do a one-page training where maybe you had 4 or 5 videos that you wanted to lay out in succession. You could just put it all on that one page, and that that's kind of an option to actually creating a course. We have know-how, Confluence. These are all the different landing page layouts that you can use and make them your own. We have Vibrant, Lime, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want. Storyteller. We have Phonic. We have the flat layout, simple layout, big picture layout. I just want something really simple. Bonus, and then we have a blank layout. So which one am I going to use? I just want something really, really simple. Um, okay, let's try to expand this one and see what that looks like. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to make it short, sweet, and to the point. So that looks pretty clear cut. So I'm going to choose that one and then click on apply template. So that's the Confluence landing page set. So that makes it really easy because you don't have to start from scratch. Now, once this loads, I'm going to just go in, make my changes, and we are going to just kind of go through some of the things that we just talked about. So while I was going through this video, I kind of made some notes that we're going to use based on my lead magnet. Now, your notes, hopefully, will look different from mine. Your lead magnet is going to look different from mine, but you can still go through these same steps that I'm going to take you through in this video to set up a landing page using Thrive Architect. Or if you have a tool that you like better than Thrive, or you're not really interested in using Thrive, as long as you can kind of follow these same steps, you can use whatever tool you would like. So we're just going to go through this. We're going to change some things, and then we will have our landing page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this header. It looks a little busy here, so we're going to get rid of some of this stuff. We're going to get rid of this, and we will make this a little bit larger. So I'm going to make this font a little bit larger. We're going to make that kind of stand out a little more. And then I have, for my brand, I use the font Oswald. So we're going to go in and we're going to change this font to Oswald. Okay, and then we are going to apply that, and then we're going to go right here. We're going to change the case, because this looks like it's just got, you know, some large letters and some small letters and all of that. So I want all of it to be in kind of a title format. And then once we do that, we can change this top heading to say, we'll just say downloadable checklist, because that's basically what we created when we went through making the lead magnet. I made a checklist, a cleaning checklist. So that is my lead magnet. So now we've got a downloadable checklist, and then we explain what the we want to put a big benefit here on the header. So I'm going to go to my notes, and the thing that I want to do is I want to think about why someone would want to get this lead magnet. So we're going to think about the reasons why people buy things. And the reason a lot of times people buy things is because they have a problem. They may want ideas, you know, that can help them solve that problem. They just might want a, you know, complete solution. And so there are lots of different reasons why people buy. But the thing that I thought about, and this is part of the first video that I did, and we talk about why people buy. A lot of times we buy things that are routine. So some of the things that are routine help us maintain a sense of safety. So we're creatures of habit. We like to do things in a certain way. And when we do things in a certain way, when we have that structure, you know, the structure kind of helps us to feel a little more secure. It helps us to feel like we have control, even though we may not have control over anything. But if we have things organized, if we have things in a certain order, then that makes us feel very confident and secure. And so when it comes to my checklist, the thing that is really going to motivate people to get my solution is that they want to maintain a sense of order. So a safe and organized home makes us feel safe and secure, and that is, that all is right with the world. So as long as we feel like all is right with the world, it helps us to be healthy, not healthy, I'm sorry, happy, and it makes us feel secure. So we want to translate that into our big bold statement that we're going to make um with our title. So let's see. We'll say have organized a clean and organized home. Let's see, clean and organized home when you download our free checklist. And we'll think about that a little bit more here in a moment, but that's going to be a good start. So then the next thing we want to think about is, okay, why people buy, how our product is, or our freebie is going to help them solve a particular problem. So that problem is going to be, maybe their house is kind of messy, disorganized, and you want to help them make a transition or a transformation to a home that is organized and clean, and you don't want to be stressed out about cleaning and making your house look the way you want it to look. So we're going to say lose the stress that accompanies routine house cleaning. Make more time to, and we don't really want to say make more time because we don't want to spend more time cleaning. We'll just leave it at that. Lose the stress that accompanies routine house cleaning with a tool that helps you quickly and easily get organized. So there we go. So there's the second main point that we want to make. And then we can describe how they can get this item. So how you're going to get the item is you're going to enter your first name and we'll say optional. That's what I like to put in my my landing pages so that people know they don't have to give their first name if they don't want to. And your best email address in the form below, or we'll just say in the form, and gain immediate access to our cleaning checklist that provides insight on each cleaning task with ideas for eco-friendly cleaning. Something of that nature, something that kind of alludes to that. So of course we're going to go through and we're going to think about this and wordsmith it and maybe get feedback from our team or from our family members. But this is going to be the basic scenario. Now, the thing that we want to do is we want to add an opt-in form, because our landing page, the goal of this landing page is to convert a visitor into a lead. So we're going to, and I forgot to kind of give you the layout on how Thrive Suite works or how Thrive Architect works. So on this side, this is where you provide the details. This is where you add, all the formatting and all of the inner workings of your page. And then on the right side, this is where you select the elements that go on the page. So right now we've been working on the left side because we've been kind of tweaking and entering information. But we're going to go over to this side right now, and we're going to add a lead generation form. So in this very top box, we're going to type in lead generation, and right here we have our lead generation block that we can select. And then this also gives you tons of lead generation elements that you can add to your page. So I am going to, and then it's broken down over here. So opt-in forms, I can click on that and it's going to show me all the different opt-in forms. I can choose a white opt-in form, or I can choose this colored opt-in form. And then there's just like a ton of other opt-in forms that I can choose from. I'm going to choose this one because it kind of helps to stand out on the page. And then I'm going to take this text, and I'm going to drag it. Now, these are the handles that you can use to drag. So when you select an area on your page that you want to work with, there's handles that you can use to move it around. There is a section right here. You can't really see this icon, but this icon will enable you to make this section into a template that you can, it's basically going to be like a sub template that it turns it into a form element. And that way you can use it again and again. So for example, if I wanted to use this opt-in form again and again, I could use this little element right here, click on that, and it's going to ask me for the name that I want to give it. And you can also give it a category. And then I can just pull that up every time I want to use it. And that's only, you're going to only use this if you do some kind of specific change that you want to maintain. So I'm going to just grab this, and I'm going to use this handle and pull it right underneath this, this text. So the other element here is the duplicate element. So if I wanted to make another one of these text boxes, I could just click that button, and that would make another identical set of text. If I want to get rid of stuff, this is a trash can. So all I do is just click on that, and it gets rid of that particular element. So if you've used a tool like Elementor or something like that, then this operates very similar to that. I don't really care for the way that looks, so I'm going to move this back up here to the top. I'm going to put this right here, and then I'm going to put this, I'm going to stick this underneath this text. And then in this block, I'm going to add another, so we're adding to this content, and so we're going to add an image. Now I've already uploaded my my image of my lead magnet, and I made a mock-up of my lead magnet. So I'm going to select, let's see, I guess I want to select my image mock-up, and I'm going to put that right there. So I like the way that looks a lot better. So that kind of lines up pretty good. Now the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image, and I'm going to put it in the header of my landing page. So that is going to look a lot better than just a plain old, colored header. If I can select it. Okay, so here we are. So now I'm going to go down to background style, and I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to go back and choose this same image again and insert it. And see, now that puts that in the background of my my heading, which to me looks a lot better. But it's going to look even better because I'm going to slide this color on top. And then I'm going to click on it so that I can edit it. And I'm going to change the transparency so that you can actually see it. So now you can see my image, but it looks like it's kind of down on the page. So I'm going to click on this again. And right now you can, once I have this selected, I can pull this up so that my lead magnet is showing a little bit more. And I want my cup of coffee to show as well. So I'm going to just put it right in there. So you can actually see my lead magnet and we're good to go. Now I might want to make this a little bit more filled in because I don't want it to look too busy. And actually, let's see. Yeah, I don't want it to look too busy. So I'm going to just kind of give it a little sneak peek right there. Okay, so now, let's see. I'm just going to call this, we'll say free offer, so that I'm not repeating the word checklist. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to say what you'll get. And actually, we're going to say what you'll discover. I like the word discover when you use this checklist. You're going to discover that your household tasks will be done with ease and your stress level diminish. And let's see, we're going to go back to our notes and just kind of take a look at those because I also laid out benefits. So who does my lead magnet help? So it's going to help families. So let's see, your family, we're going to use the word family here. Family household tasks will be done with ease. Every member will know their responsibilities. Let's see. Leading to an improvement in leading to an organized home and just an organized home. We'll just leave it at that. And then let's see what's some of the other stuff that I wrote down. What problem does it solve? We've talked about that. What benefits, what goals will it help them reach? So you're going to have the goal of a clean, organized home. So we'll say a clean and organized home. And let's see. So the outcome, if they take action, the outcome will be coming home to a clean, organized home will to get more done in less time and enable you to enjoy being at home. Okay, so the next thing we're going to put on here is what will happen if you don't take action or if the person doesn't take action. So transform from chaotic, messy, and you can use your own descriptors. I would recommend looking at maybe a thesaurus, or you can go online to Webster's.com, Merriam-Webster's.com, and you can put in, thesaurus, and that way you can pull up some words that fit, with what you're trying to convey. So transform your home from chaotic and messy to neat and organized without yelling at the kids or your partner, and maintaining a calm home environment. Something to that nature. So you can kind of lay this out in the way that works best for you. But what I want you to see is basically how we lay all of this out. So the thing that we want to do now is we want to kind of make this look a little bit better. I'm going to make these lines a little bit further apart. And then I'm going to go through and we're going to change some of the coloring. We're going to, now, we can actually click this and have a pop-up come up. Or we can just make it very simple and just have our opt-in form. This is an opt-in form. So we talked about opt-in forms in the last training, but this is an opt-in form. So we can just leave this one opt-in form, make it very, simple. This is what you need to do. And then, so I'm going to get rid of this button. I don't think we need to have a whole bunch of buttons. Either they'll want to get the checklist or they won't. And we're going to change this to title case. We're going to get rid of this other button right here. And we're going to get rid of this bottom section. Now we're also going to change the year. This is 2022. And we're going to put the name of our company in here. We'll just call it Making It Remotely. And we will go through now that we've got everything. I think we've got everything kind of laid out the way we want. And let's see. Free offer. How can I describe that offer? We'll say amazing free offer. And we'll put this kind of in a different tense. We'll say clean and organize your home with our free cleaning checklist. And let's see if I can find another word for clean. So you can just go in and type in the word that you're looking for. Let's see, polished, spotless, unsoiled, unstained, unspotted, unsullied, unblemished, immaculate, pristine. We're gonna say spotless. We'll say spotless. So let's see, have an organized. So we're not going to be able to have an organized, spotless home with our free cleaning checklist. And then we're going to put these lines together a little bit more so they look a little bit more cohesive. And you might want to put a little bit more space. There we go. We're going to put a little more space on the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change this to our brand colors. So we have the blue, and we can just go down right here to background style, and we can change our, this is kind of a gradient. So we're going to change this gradient to another color. And I think we're going to use kind of a salmony looking color, because that is my brand color for making it remotely. And then let's see, we're going to go over here, we're going to select this, we're going to use this hex code. So if you're not familiar with hex codes, every color has what they call a hex code, and it's a series of letters and numbers, and the way those numbers are put together determines, it's kind of like a mathematical thing or something, but the way that those letters and numbers are put together designates a specific color. And so we're going to copy the hex code, and then we're going to go over here to the other color, and we're going to get rid of it, this blue, and we're going to paste in our hex code. And we're just going to slide this slider over just to kind of make it different. So it's going to be a little bit darker on this end, and then in the middle you're going to be able to see the lead magnet. So it kind of gives you a slight hint at what the lead magnet looks like. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to change the color of this text. We're going to go to main options, and we're going to, there again, we're going to unlink this color, and we're going to paste in our hex code. We're going to look at that and see how it looks. Doesn't look bad. And then we will change this coloring as well. We've got this blue. We're going to get rid of that blue, and we're going to paste in our hex code. I like to use, we'll hit apply. I like to use white so that the elements of this form are going to stand out. They're not going to just be looking, you know, any old way. So we're going to click into the form, and we're going to go to background style, and we're going to click on the color white. So here is white. We're going to click on that and apply, and then we're going to go to typography, which is the text, and we're going to click on our text. I think that's already selected, and we're going to make that black. There we go. So now that opt-in form is going to stand out. It's not just going to be all blended in there together. And the other thing that we want to do before we hit done, we, instead of saying sign up, we want to say send my free download. And then we want to, because this is our call to action, so we want people to know what action we want them to take, right? And we want this to be in, our brand font, which is Oswald. And we're going to make that a little bit larger, just a little bit. So that way it's, you know, pretty obvious what we want the next step to be. So now we've got our opt-in form. We've got our image. We're going to just apply a very basic style to this image. We're going to put a little shadow right there, and then we're going to click off of that. Now, I want to make this a little bit smaller just so that it is even with the bottom of my opt-in form, just for, you know, uniformity's sake or whatever. And then let's see, we might want to make this a little bit larger. So we're going to go over here and just make that font a little bit bigger. And let's see, we're going to go down here. We're going to change this font color, and we're going to change the font to our brand color. And we're going to change these colors as well. Now in the smart, when you use the smart mockups, I'm sorry, the smart landing pages, you can change these colors with one click. But because we're not using the, and I don't really care for that, I'm going to make that black instead. So letters are going to be black. And I'm going to click on apply, and then we're going to hit the borders, and we're going to change that to our brand color. So there's that. And then I forgot to change this font color here. So we're going to go up here to the top, and we're going to unlink this, and we are going to change that color. Okay. And let's see what else we're going to do. Okay, now we have this link. This is our disclaimer link. Now, we talked about, not having any kind of navigation on our landing page. So because of that, I'm going to just remove this link, because this link, if someone goes to the disclaimer, they may never come back to our page. So we don't want to give anyone any distractions that they might, navigate away and not do what we want them to do. So now we're going to change this font, and we use, for our regular font on our branding, we use Railway. So we're going to use Railway. And that's when you change one, it changes everything, because these are kind of all linked together. So that does kind of help you save a little bit of time. So this is our landing page. And when you go through those exercises that we talked about in the very first video, who does my lead magnet help? What problem does it solve? What benefit will the person receive when they get, my lead magnet, my free offer? What goals will it help them to achieve? Does it relate to a problem that keeps them up at night? If you can tap into a problem that gives your ideal customer, your ideal potential customer, heartburn and pain, and it's something that nags at them every day and keeps them up at night, if you can, make a lead magnet that helps them solve that problem, then you are going to, that will be something that people will clamor to get. They'll be happy to get rid of that problem if you can give them a simple solution. So one of the other things that I thought about, and in this scenario, so my cleaning checklist, when I think about cleaning and I think about, some of the challenges that people have, especially when they have small children or they have pets, you think about those kinds of things. So like, maybe some of the benefits might be, no more toys in the middle of the floor, no more pet dander all over everything. Okay, so let me just let me see if I can add. This is a numbered list. So okay, here we go. Add new. So I'm going to add a new element here, and I'm just going to say no more toys all over the floor. No more pet dander on the furniture. And no more soap scum in the shower. You can just kind of outline some of those specific problems that someone might want to get rid of. So now I'm going to make that the first one. And so with this, you can just kind of drag and drop these so that, you want to put the most important one first and just kind of put them in order. You want to transform your home from chaotic and messy to neat and organized without yelling at the kids or your partner. And you want to maintain a calm home environment. So you're going to look at this. You're going to save it. Number one, we're going to save this. And then you're just going to look at this periodically and you're going to think, how can I make this better? and you're going to tweak it. You're going to get feedback from your team or from your, your friends and family. And then, they will help you just kind of get this together in a way that you can go ahead and just roll this out. And my thing is, the other thing that you don't want to do is you do not want to get stuck. You don't want to get stuck, in analysis paralysis. You want to get this out. You want to get it delivered. You want to launch it. You want to hit the publish button so that you can start getting leads. You don't want to get stuck. And so what I would recommend, and I don't know why this number 1 is over so far. Let's see. Yeah, all of them have the same. Yeah, I'll have to tweak that a little bit later, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to save it and preview it. So we're going to click on save and preview, and then it's going to save, and then it will show us what our landing page looks like. And hopefully it will be done here in a second. Okay, so everything has been saved. And now it's just going to give us a preview of what it's going to look like. Okay, so here is our landing page. Now, there may be things about this that you don't like. There may be things that you do like. The one thing that I did not do with this landing page, and that is, we're going to go back to Thrive Architect. And I want you to... when you select your autoresponder, I'm going to show you how we can get that set up. So just one moment. Once this page loads again, we will connect it to our autoresponder. So we talked about autoresponders in the first video. When you have a landing page, you want someone to enter their name, and then enter their email address and click on the submit button. Now, if you don't set up your autoresponder, then nothing is going to happen. When someone clicks on this submit button, not one thing is going to happen. So what we want to do is we want to add an API connection. So we're going to click on add connection. And this is one of the things that I love about Thrive Suite. You can add your API connection very easily. So I have already set up MailChimp in my business. And actually, I have not set it up. Let's see, I guess I haven't set it up on my demo site. But, well, I had to have set it up because otherwise, if I hadn't set it up, it wouldn't have populated here. So we're going to just, I'll have to walk you through that process on one of my other videos. So I'll do a video that actually, I'll take you over to my Making It Remotely page, and we will walk through the process of setting up your API connection. This is my demo site, so I may not have everything set up the way that it should be. So we're going to just, I'm going to hit refresh, and we're going to get out of this. So, but this is the main gist of, designing a landing page. And when you start out with a template, that really helps to cut down on the amount of time that it takes to create your landing page. Now, this entire training has been about 53 minutes, almost an hour. But it really, once you get the hang of doing landing pages and you use the right tools, it really won't take you very much time at all. So I appreciate your time today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this training, and then I will do another video that shows you how to connect your API email autoresponder to your opt-in form. And that will complete the process. You always want to make sure that your opt-in form is connected so that when someone clicks on this button, their information will be transmitted to your email marketing provider. So that wraps things up, and I will see you on the next training. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.